Hello, and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. In between episodes, I did some off-camera mining. Yes, at risk of sounding like a YouTuber, I did some off-camera mining. For the most part, I did it so that we could get this andesite cobblestone since we were totally out. But check this out, we have a lot of iron, we have a lot of copper, more zinc, whatever this apatite stuff does. I ended up picking up some lead since apparently it's used for a lot of machines. And I don't think I found anything crazy in the mine, but this is like luminous crystals. Those are interesting. However, I did find a really cool structure while I was exploring. Let me see if I could remember. It was like right up here, and it was a collapsed windmill. So we actually got a free windmill bearing, as well as a free millstone, which is going to be super useful because the millstone is actually going to be used in what we're doing today, which is getting ore processing set up. And that's going to require the millstone as well as a melter. So I could actually use this page to show off how we're going to do this, right? You've got yourself the ore. You break the ore, right? We're going to be using regular mining to get one crushed ore, right? So you get the crushed ore. We're going to be putting that through a millstone to turn it into 3 dust. The dust will be melted into 3 ingots, which then we'll get the liquid stuff, and then we will cast 9 nuggets rather into an ingot. So basically, instead of smelting it into 3 ingots, we crush it into 3 dust and then melt that into 9 nuggets. So we actually get 1 ingot out of 1 crushed ore. That's kind of the process we're using. And all we need for the melter is the seared brick, which we can actually create from grout, and we can mix up gravel, sand, and clay, even just like this. So not too hard at all. I believe we already have a bunch of clay laying around. I think I'm just going to whip up a shovel. But yeah, you can see the need for ore processing is great because we are breaking all of our tools. You can also use a crafting table to make all this stuff. I don't think there's any real benefit to using the mixer except for the fact that it's just bulk crafting. And the fact that, we made the mixer. We're going to use it. The mixer's fun. And if I'm not mistaken, we will need a decent amount of this grout and seared bricks. Eventually, you could use... This is Tinker's Construct, by the way. If you ever use Tinker's Construct, eventually, you can make a giant, meltery with alloying and stuff inside of it. So you do want a decent amount of grout to be created. So I'm going to go see... honestly, the biggest bottleneck that I think we're going to have is clay. I don't know that we have a large clay deposit near our base. But perhaps the mini-map will help us in that regard. Oh, yeah, you know what? This lake probably has some form of clay inside of it. Lakes usually do that. Yes, indeed. There is clay aplenty. Okay, I think I'm going to use the block form recipe, right? You could use just a clay ball or you could use full blocks. So that should be everything we need to create plenty of grout. Oh, I love watching the mixer do its thing. It looks so cool. Hopefully it doesn't mix the grout up into anything. I don't think it can, considering I don't think grout can be mixed in anything. But yeah, all we have to do is let this spin for a little while. All right, and we should... Oh, what are you doing? Stop. Aha, there we go. A stack of grout. Perfect. That's what I was expecting. Okay. Actually, we could get a little bit more out of it. 1 grout. How much does it smelt into? Only 1 seared brick, huh? Is there any way to make it... Ah, I see. You can actually melt it. Interesting. So I guess we should only smelt up as much as we need for a melter so that we could get even more seared bricks out of it. Okay. So what we'll need for a melter, we're going to need 5 for the actual melter, 4 for the fuel gauge, and I believe we need this heater, so 8. So we'll need 20. Not too bad. That leaves us with 44 that we could double. Nice. And hey, if you're enjoying so far and don't want to miss an upload, please subscribe to the channel. It means an absolute ton to me. I'm very excited to start this new journey with you all, and I'd love you to stick around. Well, that's smelting up. I am actually going to start on a little bit of a farm, considering we've got all these different types of crops and stuff. And we definitely don't want to be going hungry. So I think I'll just do a standard, you know, 8 by 8 is it? Or, yeah, 8, or no, 9 by 9 cube farm, you know, the basic. Make the water as efficient as possible. And get, you know, our tomatoes, our carrots, all that good stuff growing. So we can start getting into Farmer's Delight. Because you can make some really cool food that's also, like, really, really, really good. Lasts forever. Alrighty, getting the regular ones done. Can you just plant rice? This crop won't survive outside shallow water. So could I? Ah, okay, interesting. So rice has to be planted directly into water. And I imagine, yeah, onions are planted directly. That makes sense. And then give me some tomatoes. Oh, look at this wonderful little garden. I know Minecraft is already oversaturated with food types, but this is cute. Having all these different types of crops, I really like it. It's adorable. Alright, here we go. I made a little space for our sugarcane and our rice, so our rice isn't just randomly growing inside of our crop's water. Perfect. This is our adorable little garden, and will definitely propel us into not being hungry. And then the flax is really quite good, because that can be turned into string. And I imagine, yep, that is everything we need smelted on up. So I believe it's 5 glass and 4. There we go. Perfect. Get ourselves a melter. Beautiful. And just to check here, I'll plop it down here. Must be placed above a fuel tank or heater to function. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I also did the math wrong, as I am extremely prone to do. There. Alright, cool. So I was hoping that we could put... Good. We can put fuel in this. Awesome. So now if we wanted to make more grout, which we're going to need, because we're going to need what's called a... I don't think a scorched one is what we need. We need a seared casting table. So we need a few more seared bricks. And I believe we also need... What's it called? Like a faucet? Yes? Seared faucet? Okay, so we need a bit more. Actually, you know what? We have enough here to make the faucet. Cool, I'll just get that plonked down on that. Oh, I wish that went a little lower. I wish that went down a little lower. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Anyways, we should be able to take, like, I think 3 at a time is what it looked like you could only do, right? Yeah, 3 at a time. Plonk it in there, and then get some coal. There we go. And that is melting down the grout. And I just realized I shouldn't do that. Because we have absolutely no way of... we have absolutely no way of getting it out of there. That would have been a waste. Okay. I am going to smelt up enough grout to get the casting table. And then... Oh, what else do we need? I bet we need an ingot mold, wouldn't we? Yes, we will need an ingot gold cast, which is pretty easy. I'm pretty sure all we do need is a single ingot of gold that we then cast over an ingot of any type. So, I don't know, we'll use an iron ingot. Okay, here's our seared bricks, and I'll show you guys what I mean for making an ingot cast. You're going to put your seared table down here, and you can actually give it an iron ingot, and that will act as the mold. Inside of here, we're going to give this guy a gold ingot that is going to melt on down. It actually melts pretty quickly, even with just a coal. And you'll see we have 1 ingot of molten gold in here. And if we right-click that, it will fill up the casting table, destroy the iron ingot, but now we have an ingot gold cast. There are other casts you can make, but making an ingot gold cast is really good because it means that I believe it will not be destroyed when you use it. So now we can fill that up with coal, or I guess we only want to do 1 coal at a time probably. But once we melt down our grout, we should have now 1 block and 2 ingots, which is actually 11. Isn't that 11? Right? 9 and 2? Yeah, it's 11 ingots. So we can just cast out our seared ingots now. Whoop. It is a little slow, of course, but it's a lot more efficient than a 1-to-1, since it's a 1-to-2, I thought. But I put 3 in and got 11 out, so it's not a perfect 1-to-2. Oh, wait. 6. Oh! These guys make a block out of 4. Got it. Okay, so that did make 6. That did make 6. Cool. That's awesome. Oh, nice. It won't waste coal. Okay, so you can put coal in here and it won't waste it. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Got nervous. Oh, I didn't even realize it actually renders what is inside of it. Oh, that's so cool. Now, I'm putting another faucet on here because what we're going to make next is a casting basin, I think it's called. And this allows you to cast entire blocks. So if you have a full block, right? Like, let's say, do we have a block in here? Sure. We have one block in there. We could actually fill this whole thing up. And I think this will be a bit of a waste. I'm not sure. But it cools into seared stone. Very cool. That I don't think can actually be turned into what we want it to be turned into, which is a little unfortunate. So we'll just toss that over there. But just to show off, you can cast entire blocks into the basin. So now we can actually take this millstone, as well as another large cogwheel for speed. Plonk this guy down here. Get this attached, of course, diagonally, and we'll bring our hand crank over, and this should be enough to make it spin at a decent speed. Yep, there we go. This is another gear ratio because I believe this counts as a small gear, or rather a small cog. So if I take, let's take 16 iron, or actually we'll do 9 iron because it's a block, right? If I throw 9 iron into this millstone and begin to crush it, you can hear and see that the millstone is grinding up the crushed iron. This might take a little bit. Okay, there we go. Then we have 27 iron dust that we can now throw in the melter, and that should turn into 1 ingot of iron for each 3. That is extremely exciting. So we just got a single ingot out of 1 crushed ore, which means that we're pretty much on par with vanilla now, which is really huge. Yeah, look at all that go. If I'm not mistaken, we should have a full block of iron. Yep. After that finishes, we have 1 full block of iron that we can drain into the casting basin to cool all 9 of them at once. And there we go. We have some really rudimentary ore processing, but of course we can make it a lot more automatic. To make this system more automatic, we're going to need some rotational power, and I'm pretty sure, honestly, all we're going to need is something from a water wheel or 2, which you can see is a super cheap. In fact, we already have a large cogwheel, and I am just going to go get that thing whipped up right now. And you know what? Now that we have actually good ore processing, I'm going to go make an iron axe to chop down our trees. Oh yeah. Water wheels are a super good early game way of producing some extra rotational force. And you know what? I gotta go find a nice place to put this. The hand crank can go back on the mixer for now. I'm not gonna hook up this thing to the factory just yet. But I do want to move all this over to somewhere nice. In addition, we're gonna want to make some andesite funnels, so we will need andesite machines. And we're going to be using belts, which we need some cured rubber for, to move items around. So how do I actually get cured rubber? Because usually you get it from kelp. Resin? Ooh, this might be more... Oh, this is more of... Oh, this is a process. Ah, okay. So we've got a little bit of a process ahead of us. Understood. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. Alright, whoops. Forgot to check my hunger while I was using the crank. Just making some, stop that. Stop that, you. Just making some andesite alloy. Okay, here we have the 2 andesite machines that we're going to need. I believe one of them we need to combine with a bucket to make the resin producing machine. And that is going to still be inside of the smithing table, the arboreal extractor. Okay, but we are going to need a stone cutter, which I always actually forget what you need for a stone cutter. Okay, smooth stone. Alrighty, with the stone and the iron ingot, we have ourselves a stone cutter. I can place that on top of that too, make a little slicing machine. And here, it looks like, yeah, okay, we can slice the andesite machine into 4 andesite funnels. Awesome. Now this little guy, I'm not sure how it works. I'll place it here for now. You need... Oh, I wasn't supposed to chop a tree. Understood. Okay, so I can come up to this tree. Aha! And it is active. Interesting. So fertilizer, is that just bone meal or is... No, it's called... Well, there's tree fertilizer. That needs coral. This is called thermogrow, niter, sand, and apatite. I might have all that, actually. I might be able to use that. I have apatite, but no niter. Is there a non-niter recipe? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's see... Niter? Okay. Okay, I would have to guess that the cave I was using earlier for iron... Is that niter right there? Oh, that might be niter right there. Let's find out. Yep, that's niter. Awesome, sweet. That was easier than I thought it would be to find. Oh, and it even drops multiple. Very nice. Okay. Okay, let's find out if Phytogrow does what I hope it does. Niter, appetite. What else was it that I needed? Or is it just now sand? Okay. Sand, sand, sand. There we go. Very nice. Let's hope that this works. I mean, it makes 8. It says fertilizer, right? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Make me something. I don't... Is that doing anything? I have no idea. Oh, does it only work in the phytogenic insulator? So, would I have to use tree fertilizer? I mean, it does say use fertilizer, right? But the problem is, I don't have any coral. I don't have silk touch either. So I guess we just have to wait. Oh, wait, no, there we go. Okay, it just, for some reason, takes a second to kick in. So, hopefully, maybe we get more than 25 at a time? 50 at a time. Okay, double production. Alright, I'm into it. While that's being done, I have this little platform I've made for our smeltery, and I want to get things started. So, we know that we're going to have the millstone over here, and more likely than not, we're probably not going to want to just throw items into it. We could use a hopper. Actually, a hopper might be the best bet. Well, you know what? It did make us 4 funnels, didn't it? Well, let's plan this out. We'll need a funnel out of this, right? And potentially we'll need a funnel into it, but I'm not sure. I know that we'll need a funnel in and out of this. So we'll have like a belt run along here. Then we'll put the heater in the floor so everything stays flush. And then the melter goes here. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, though, we need a little bit of height to get on. Okay, so this will have to go up. That's fine. Belts can go up. I think a belt can move up this way. I think so. Right, from here to here? I believe so. I believe it can. And then, you know what? It's so silly, but I'm going to make sure this is facing a way that makes me happy. There we go. And then I'll get the heater facing that way, too. Otherwise, it is going to eternally bug me. Okay. Perfect. So we'll have the belt bringing into this. We will have our casting table and our faucet there. The only thing I'm not sure about is actually automating the faucet system. I'm not sure if you can. And I suppose this could just be hoppered out of... Yeah. So this we could just take a hopper output from. I don't know that we have enough iron to set that up yet, but we can grab manually. Okay. You know what? That should be okay. And then for fun, we'll do a chest input into this because we have enough funnels. So the flow of items is going to be a belt will bring the crushed ores out of this chest into the millstone. That will grind them, move them through upwards through here into the seared melter. And the seared melter, we'll just have to manually keep fueled with coal. It's not like supremely automatic, but you know, we're still in early stages. And then this guy, I think if we just give it a redstone signal, if I remember my Tinker's Construct, which there is a very likely chance that I don't, but I'm pretty sure if we power it, it should be good. Although, actually, if we power this, it doesn't work. Could I just power that? Does that work? Probably not. To be perfectly honest, probably not. I guess I could probably just do this for now. Not like the most ideal thing, but I think that'll automatically pour. Well, we'll have to find out. Well, we have a bucket of resin in here, so that's quite good. Let's actually make a bucket so we can pull it out. That's what I was saving this last bit of iron for. We had the perfect amount. I'm pretty sure we should be okay to just pull it out with a bucket, right? I can't imagine there being an issue. There we go, resin bucket. Oh, that's cute looking. And then I believe the recipe was to use this mechanical press and a basin. So you can compact things with a press and a basin, which is not too bad at all. So we'll fill up the basin with, there we go. and press it down. Boop. So this should create 4 pieces of raw rubber, and I guess I want to be careful not to accidentally compact them into a block, because you can. There we go. And then I suppose we'll start curing this. And actually, I guess we should wait until we have more. Might as well wait until we have another bucket. The only way that I think I can extract these right now is with a bucket. So we do have to wait until we have 1,000 ml buckets in here. So I'll get back to you once we have our resin cured. Actually, in the meantime, we should probably get our water wheel spinning. We're going to want this guy to be spinning decently quickly. So I'll see if I can't get a gear ratio out of it. I should be able to with a water wheel. And then, of course, we're going to need our belts a-moving and a-grooving. So let's see. Large cogwheel there. Then maybe we could just get the water wheel set up right here? Adjacent to it. Or sorry, it would have to be one up. Because we'll need a gearbox. I think we'll need a gearbox. Need a few gearboxes, actually. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who don't know, by the way, a gearbox is a little structure very useful that you put cogwheels around an andesite casing, and you can change whether a rotational force is vertical or horizontal. It's, of course, super, super, super useful. Alrighty. This should be enough, yeah, to make 4 gearboxes. That'll probably work, and we're going to turn them, I think, into vertical gearboxes is what we want. So let's say we have our water wheel is going to be up top connected like so. Right, I think that works. That will power... Or I could be a lot smarter about this. Hold on, I could be a lot smarter about this, I think. Because the belt system is going to go here. Where are my shafts? You need shafts for belts. This is so difficult to plan out without actually having any, without actually having what I want, which is the belts. I am losing my mind to this. Okay, so we're going to have a vertical gearbox here connected to this large cog wheel. That's going to be powering this belt system here. And then we could have the water wheel set kind of into the ground here, powering the large cog wheel and the belt system. And realistically, we could actually have this one belt system be powered by this contraption. So all the way out here, we'd have another shaft, and then up here, we would have another shaft. And theoretically speaking, this is actually everything we need. We would just connect a belt from here to here. Oh, you know what? That wouldn't work. I don't think you can actually combine vertical belt systems and horizontal belt systems. So we will need to somehow bring power over here to power this particular belt system. Okay. Okay. Okay, you know what? Alright. Here's an idea. Maybe we go not use the large cogwheel for now. And we actually use... It's less efficient on speed, but I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world. We'll actually use a little cogwheel. Because what we could do then is have the water wheel set into the ground here. Whoops. The little cogwheel can be directly out from that. The vertical gearbox should go like so, right, where each of these are facing outwards. And then we can use 2 regular gearboxes, I believe that works, to, yeah, route the power that way. Yeah, that should work too, actually, and pretty elegantly, I feel. So then the water wheel just goes underground, which will keep it nice and hidden too, which is kind of a plus. I mean, it's not like water wheels are hideous or anything, but still nice. Like so. There we are. And then I believe it's this corner that you want to put a dirt block in to get the maximum power out of. That should get that spinning. I think that's spinning in the right direction, actually. We want to make sure it's spinning so that the belts move towards where they're supposed to be going. Yeah, perfect. Already spinning in the right direction. That is a good start. It doesn't matter which way this is spinning, but look at that. This is our first case. What's in that? Hey, what do you have in your mouth? What was in there? Oh, it was probably like a piece of stone or something. Okay, that's fine. Also, I have to imagine that we can make another bucket of this. Nice. Very nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is a slow process. Oh, nope, we don't want to filter that. All right. Time to make some more rubber. Now to cure it. And we will have our belts. And that will be that. Okay, it is time to patch up the holes I made on my lovely little block spam platform. Get that going. There we go. Make sure everything stays nice and purty. I think this is a cute little area, cute little smeltery system. I am proud of it. It's unfortunate I wasn't really able to figure out how to get a gear ratio elegantly. I'm sure there's some way, but I do like this. I do like this little system. I feel like I have accomplished a nice, compact, and visually pleasing system. I think I obviously need to expand the smeltery platform out here, but I can do that later. Alrighty, there's our 6 cured rubber, which means we can finally make some belts. Very exciting. And for the belts, there we go. Alright, that's hooked up correctly. And that's hooked up correctly. Oh, it totally does work. That is super exciting. So we'll just test it with 1 crushed iron for now, in case something's not right. We put it in there. It moves across the belt. It enters into the millstone. And is hopefully milled into, there we go, 3 of these that go in here. We can give it, of course, a coal while we're using it. And, of course, the big question is, does this automatically pour? It does automatically pour with the redstone signal. The hopper is not present because we don't yet have enough iron. However, we can now just put it in the system. So we can now drop stacks and stacks and stacks of our ores, and it will all be pretty much automatically converted 1 ore, 1 ingot. That's amazing. Alrighty, we have our iron ingots, so now this whole system should truly be automatic as long... Okay, good. I was worried about take the mold. As long as there's coal in this, which I guess I could just dump a bunch of coal in there, right? Let's see about throwing in 16 lead. Let's do 16 lead ingots. That should make this whole thing auto-magical. Goes in. Okay, that's going to start melting. Nice, nice, nice. And it should hop right into the chest. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What a neat little contraption. Oh, that's so exciting. Alright, ores. Prepare to meet your maker.